For 150 years, the greatest minds in Sumerology stared at these clay fragments, and they saw only gibberish. But for a machine, it took less than an hour to translate a message that claims to redefine death itself. Deep within museum archives, thousands of cuneiform tablets lie awaiting decipherment, many damaged, others simply too complex. This particular fragment, recovered decades ago from a dig site in southern Mesopotamia, was a prime candidate for eternal obscurity, until a radical new approach unlocked its forgotten secrets, revealing a profound and unsettling truth. Human scholars found themselves defeated by a combination of factors. The cuneiform was not only fragmented but written in an unusually archaic dialect, distinct even from later Sumerian. Early translators often made educated guesses to fill gaps, sometimes dismissing the more disturbing passages as mere mythological embellishments or mistranslations. The sheer volume of damaged texts, each needing meticulous, painstaking analysis, meant that this one small clay piece could easily be overlooked, its profound message buried beneath layers of academic doubt and the limitations of human perception. The physical nature of cuneiform itself presented immense challenges. Pressed into wet clay with a reed stylus, these marks were susceptible to erosion, chipping, and the loss of crucial wedge shapes. Imagine deciphering a text where entire words, even sentences, are missing or obscured by the passage of millennia. Without a direct linguistic descendant, context clues are extremely scarce, making reconstruction a near impossible task for the human mind. Each missing wedge could alter the meaning entirely, plunging scholars into a labyrinth of uncertainty and speculation, a puzzle seemingly without a definitive solution. Yet, the solution arrived not from human ingenuity alone, but from artificial intelligence. The fragment was meticulously photographed, digitized in high resolution, and fed into an advanced language reconstruction system. This wasn't just a basic translator, it was designed to identify patterns in broken data. The AI compared the broken signs against tens of thousands of intact cuneiform tablets from vast digital libraries, using statistical probabilities and contextual analysis to predict missing wedges and reconstruct eroded sections. It was a forensic linguistic tool, rebuilding a torn document syllable by syllable, unlocking what humans could not see. The AI's process was relentless and systematic. Mid-translation, the output locked onto a specific passage, a cluster of signs that repeated with unusual frequency. The researchers, initially skeptical, ran the segment multiple times, expecting a computational error. However, the result remained identical, consistent across every iteration. The machine was not guessing, it was reconstructing based on overwhelming statistical evidence, revealing a coherence that had been invisible to the human eye. The AI worked through the damage, not around it, producing a definitive translation that astonished its human counterparts. What the AI unveiled was staggering. The tablet describes the moment of death not as an ending, but as a transfer, a sophisticated, managed transition. It speaks of something the Sumerians called Zayasudi or Lil-2, translated as the breath or the spark, that does not simply dissipate. This spark is not described as ascending to a heaven or descending into an underworld, rejecting the binary afterlife structures found in nearly every subsequent religion. Instead, it details a precise mechanism for its capture and redirection, a revelation poised to shatter millennia of spiritual doctrine. The text explains that this spark is caught, measured with an unknown precision, and then sent back. This contradicts the fundamental promise of liberation or eternal repose offered by countless belief systems. The Sumerian tablet depicts a cyclical process, a wheel or turning with no natural exit. Its blunt description of measurement implies an objective evaluation, not a benevolent judgment, prior to forced return. This ancient text doesn't offer solace or the promise of transcendence, it describes a system of cosmic management, alien to modern understanding, yet eerily deliberate. The core of the Sumerian revelation is the loop. The spark returns, stripped of its previous memories, lives again, and dies again. This incessant cycle is described as a wheel or a turning, inescapable and without natural conclusion. Each return is said to erase the memory of the life before, explaining why no living human recalls this process. Far from the comforting concept of traditional reincarnation, which implies spiritual progression, the tablet portrays this cycle as a form of containment, an engineered amnesia preventing any awareness of one's perpetual return. This isn't spiritual awakening, but a system of controlled existence. The tablet doesn't stop at merely describing the cycle, it names its architects. The text identifies beings the Sumerians regarded as makers and keepers, implying intentional design and ongoing management. One figure is assigned the role of designing humans, while another is responsible for overseeing the cycle of rebirth. Their stated purpose is control, and a steady supply of something the keepers allegedly needed from human life. This suggests a cosmic economy, a purpose for human existence profoundly different from that envisioned by any modern philosophy or religion, placing us not as free agents, but as components in a grand design. The amnesia, the forgetting between lives, is crucial and described as deliberate. It is an engineered mechanism ensuring the cycle is never noticed by those within it. Without memory of past iterations, humanity remains unaware of its perpetual return, trapped in a seemingly linear existence. This deliberate obfuscation prevents any accumulated knowledge or resistance to the wheel. The tablet paints a picture of a carefully constructed reality, where the truth of our cyclical journey is systematically hidden, maintaining the illusion of a singular, finite life, all under the watchful eye of its architects. Perhaps the most shocking revelation comes from a section previously considered illegible, the way off the wheel. This passage describes a single condition under which the spark is not sent back into the cycle. It was the most damaged and heavily reconstructed part of the tablet, raising questions about its absolute reliability. Older, partial human translations had simply marked this section as illegible. Yet, the AI's forensic capabilities painstakingly pieced together what seems to be a clear instruction, suggesting human scholars may have subconsciously avoided a profoundly disruptive truth, perhaps due to its implications. The escape condition is unnerving. It involves a specific state of awareness at the moment of death and an explicit refusal to be measured. The exact nature of this refusal remains ambiguous, demanding a conscious act of defiance against the very system that has governed human consciousness for millennia. This passage, once dismissed, implies that the cycle, while engineered, is not entirely inescapable, but requires an understanding and willpower seemingly beyond normal human consciousness. Was this deliberately suppressed, or merely lost to the ravages of time and human interpretive bias? The AI's reconstruction forces us to ask, why is this surfacing now? The same advanced machine learning methods are not confined to this single tablet. They are now being aimed at thousands of other unread tablets languishing in archives worldwide. Already, preliminary analyses suggest that several other fragmented texts carry overlapping language about cycles, keepers, and the deliberate forgetting. This isn't an isolated belief, it appears to be a consistent narrative element across multiple ancient Sumerian artifacts, waiting for an unbiased intelligence to connect the dots. The implications are vast, suggesting a far more widespread and ancient understanding than previously imagined. Whether the tablet documents a literal belief system, a sophisticated control myth, or something even stranger, it undeniably shows that the oldest written civilization on Earth was obsessed with the idea that death is a managed return. This isn't a theory, it's a direct textual claim from the dawn of human civilization. The translation that stumped generations of human scholars for over a century took the system a mere matter of hours. This speed and accuracy confirmed the AI's efficacy, yet it is merely the first example of its profound capability to rewrite history. This breakthrough represents more than just a linguistic feat, it signifies a new era of understanding our distant past. What other profound truths, previously obscured by linguistic barriers or physical decay, lie waiting to be unearthed by these digital archaeologists? If the Sumerians, founding architects of human civilization, held such a radical view of life and death, what else have we fundamentally misunderstood? The AI has opened a door not just to ancient texts, but to an ancient consciousness, revealing narratives that challenge our most deeply held beliefs about who we are and where we are going. The implications unfold against the backdrop of our current reality. If ancient texts truly describe a controlled cycle, how does this redefine our individual purpose, our societal structures, even our concepts of freedom? This tablet, translated by a machine, forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about our place in the cosmos. It suggests humanity may have been operating under a profound illusion for millennia. The AI has given us a reflection of our ancient selves, and in that reflection, a glimpse of a destiny far more intricate and perhaps unsettling than we ever dared to imagine.